Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do the beer stuff here. A little bit of Conclave Crowler hopeful goodness in the form of their Pastime lager. Yeah, Conclave, one of my favorite breweries and sentence. Got down there not too long ago. Picked up a 4-pack of hazies. It was okay. Seemed a little bit off for me, but great breweries can have a miss from time to time. This time, they actually didn't have cans. They've been so busy, it's over the holidays. We're in between Christmas and New Year's as I record this. And so they had a bunch of crowlers, and lager time works for me. So anyway, it's a 4.8% lager. I don't know anything about it. I did taste it at the brewery, but I didn't get any kind of info or notes on it and stuff like that. We'll go into it blind. It's called Pastime. It's a 4.8% lager. I am assuming it's just, you know, their take on American adjunct lager. But we'll see what's what as far as the beer looks. Yeah, as clear as you could pretty much get when it comes to a small craft brewery like Conclave. I mean, it's clear as clear could be. If you really get nitpicky, there's the slightest bit of some kind of haze in there, but it's essentially perfectly clear, soapy, creamy, bubbly edges on the edge of that sucker, and just a soft kind of snow globy carbonation. It's good enough. Yeah, malt driven. I'm not getting big, huge pop of hops here. Maybe a little bit of generic kind of melon that I typically get on low ABV lager. It's really in malt that's name of the game here. It comes off just a base kind of Pilsner malt, maybe a skosh or a dose of something a little bit beefier thrown in there. That a little bit of maltiness to it. Yeah, definitely something a little bit richer in there outside of a base kind of Pilsner malt. And just no kind of lagery funk or anything like that. Hyper clean, hyper crisp kind of beer. Let's dive in. Cheers, all. Yeah, it's got to be their take on American adjunct lager for a couple different reasons. One, there is a sweetness here. There is a sweetness here that, for me, I'm assuming that is coming from something outside of the malt realm. Rice, corn, something along those lines. Could be wrong. It just could be the way the malt comes off. But there is this little bit of sweetness. It isn't like a under attenuated sweetness or something like that. It's that kind of sweetness you get with something that has an quote-unquote adjunct malt in place there. Something along those lines. Not in a negative way. I actually like quite a bit. It reminds me a little bit more of a Mexican lager than like an American adjunct lager. It's out the call to corn or rice. There's not a big hop here. It's totally 100% utilitarian. It is basically there for a touch of bitterness to play off of that sweetness. Really crisp, really clean, super chugger. Lingering bittering in the tongue. Every sip a little bit more. I think we're done and done. You know, this is chugging beer. This is ripping beer. This is drinking beer. That's what this is supposed to be. Or at least I'm assuming what it's supposed to be. Again, the name is Pastime. I assume that is either pass the time with this beer, do your favorite pastime with the beer, any of those kind of combinations going on. And it just comes off as a beer that is there for utilitarian reasons, but is still a really well-made beer, especially when you talk about a craft brewery. Nowhere to hide on this. Not a big malt, not a big hop. None of that like weird lagery funk that you can get from some kind of lagers. It is your straight, crisp, clean, chugging beer, and it does that really well. That's the end of the review. Really is. It's a really tasty beer. It's one of the better macro-esque kind of Mexican macro, I'm guessing. We'll look it up, actually, before the end. Lagers that I've had as late. Sure, Mount Rushmore status? Yeah, I don't know. But it's really tasty, and I'm glad I got a crowd of it. Valued availability, I think, well, they gave it to me. But I think their crowlers pop off around $14 maybe, give or take. Maybe even less than that, actually. And leave you with, if you like, well, we like this beer. If you like ripping beers, you'll like this. So let's see. Conclave. We'll see how correct I am here. Okay, beer descriptions. Golden strong color with light fruity yeast note, an aroma and taste, as well as a pleasant hoppy bitterness. Yeah, Pastime German. They call it a German lager. You know, sure. Okay, fine. Works for me. And Conclave, have you been to the brewery? Have you had their beers? Have you had this beer? All that fun stuff. We can talk about it down there. Hopefully enjoy the review. Hopefully enjoy a little lager rippers right now. Hope to see you next time. Cheers, y'all.